Okay. I think think it's looking pretty good. Mic, the mic slash aux is working. The stuff is in green, and I connected to my Twitch. Good enough. I didn't. Usually when you stream, if you like wait a long time, you have to log in your stream information or whatever on the thing, the URL. You know what I mean? Anyways, all that aside, hello everybody. My name is ANDAY. Welcome to another super cool video today. This is gonna be obviously this is gonna be a sequel slash I don't know redash I guess of a video I made all the way back. I guess I think it was last November. It was a while ago. It was when I first my first PNG tuber video thing. With this little guy right here. And thankfully that one did pretty well. It was, I guess it would be, I don't know, my debut technically. I never really like considered, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be a PNG tuber. Let me go ahead and do this. But yeah, it's like I've learned a little bit more about stuff like that since then. So I will hopefully, put more into my PNG tuber than I already have. You know what I mean? Like I want to give him so many more emotions, but the problem is I have too many like keys. You know what I mean? I have too many keys that I use that I feel like it would just be overcrowding, But it's fine. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. I made a FNAF power scale video back then. And yeah, so I took a lot of things into consideration. One, I need to preface this. I did not look too much into the characters, that was on me. It's on me. It's totally on me. That hurts my talking. Nah, it's just my imagination. Surely. Anyways, Shadow Bunny and Shadow Freddy. I think both of them. Well, I know Shadow Bunny for sure. They actually do crash your game, so I would have to, move them all the way back up into where I initially put them in, which was like all the way to the tippy top, where I considered it to be fourth wall breaking, hacks, all that. Because that's technically what they can do. It's what they can do in that game, and it qualifies for this game. You know what I mean? So it's just how it is. Anyways, yeah. So I have this tier list here of all these cool, wonderful characters. There you go. See, you can see my mouse. I learned that now. You can't see your mouse until you click on something on the screen. Sorry, I keep reading stuff. No, it's nothing. Surely it's nothing. Anyways, so yeah, this list isn't very I wouldn't say it's not cohesive at all, but it has some interesting characters around here. Like for one, they lumped all the little, the starter animatronics from Pizza Simulator together. They're all here. Then we have the people like Plush Baby and Plush Scrap Baby, which is interesting. And of course, with I guess how it goes, there is unfortunately a fan-made render here, which that's a good thing. Don't get a render from somebody and then just leave it uncredited. Like good on you, whoever made this, but not good on you, tier list maker. Anyways, I think I've given this list too long. I'm not gonna do this for every game, just to preface that. I'm not gonna make a new tier list every time a new game comes out. Well, I guess I only made this for one animatronic in particular, a new guy, and you'll see when I get to him. But for now, let's go into this is like a rehash. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give my reasons as to why everyone goes in their specific characters, and we will start by. Hold on, where was I? Okay, we had a specific list. I can't remember what it was. Let me just pull up something here. Okay, I never have anything labeled. Okay, but no, it's fine. Here it is. There we go. I'm totally not looking back in the list I already made. Just so I have a complete set. Oh, okay, I see now. I see what I did. Alright, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Alright, I think I have a good preface now. Let me just put this down. So as for the first, the main four, main 4/5, however you want to put it. Well, I guess until with this guy too. First one, Freddy. He is gonna go in a strong B. He is in there because of his, you know, good stature, good build, good what am I saying? He has good fabric armor, I guess is what you'd call it. He's got a tough endoskeleton, able to apparently hold people enough to where they can stuff him into a suit. Which, you know, it's above, you know, human strength, obviously. So, like, yeah. He's put there for a reason, also being, you know, the main guy, also being, you know, he's strategic, he hides in the shadows, he's able to sneak in your office, even when the door is closed. Well, if you have your camera up, he can just jump scare you, which, you know, no one else can do that but Foxy. Anyways, who did I put after him? Right. I put after him Vanny because while he is a little bit bigger, he's still, you know, he, from what I was assume, is a little bit, I don't know, dumber, I guess. He hid in that closet that one time, and then he just kind of hangs around. He's also like the first enemy. You know what I mean? He's like the first guy that comes towards the office to get you, or to get Michael Afton. You know what I mean? He's like the first guy. So the reason why also is, you know, he's probably not that difficult to deal with because, you know, he's just the first bunny man, Bernie Mutton. Purple Bunny. Purple/Boo Bunny. Okay, who did I put after him? Right. I put Foxy right after. Because while he is a little bit slimmer, for sure, and he is damaged. Well, wait, I forgot something. Why didn't I remember? Okay, hold on. Ready? Boop. Alright, there we go. Yeah, right after Bonnie, there's Foxy, because not only is he a little bit damaged, he's also a little bit worn out. At first I thought he didn't have that many teeth, but it turns out he has a lot more golden teeth than I first thought. So yeah, like but he also has that one infamous moment where he runs down the hallway faster than anybody else. So, and able to catch you off guard before you even close the door. So, like, yeah, that's also, like, another thing. We don't know for sure if the doors have any play in it. You know what I mean? Like, say, you try to close the door on Bonnie, but it doesn't work because he's already has you. Is that because he's stopping the door from closing? Or is it just a gameplay mechanic indicating that he's already in the office? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Oh, wow, these also are Family Raiders. Wow, wait. These. That's totally not cool. That's totally not cool at all. Find better images. Tier list maker of the actual game, please. These are yeah. So yeah, that's why he goes there before Chica, because she kind of has her hands full. You know what I mean? We never see her without the cupcake, or we assume she doesn't have the cupcake anymore, because you know she has them in one hand, and then the next time we see her, it's gone. I mean, not including the movie, which of course, you know, if you've seen that one like little, there's that little screenshot where you can see she has just a bare plate in hand, and the cupcake is missing. So like, where did it go? Yes, that's no reason, because she has her hands full with either a plate or a cupcake, and I don't know, she has a beak, which I mean, compared to the other big mouths of Bonnie, Freddy, and Foxy, you can just kind of just hold their mouth closed, you know, like that. You can just hold their mouth closed, because look at her, she has a beak. You can just put your whole hand around and hold it like a burger. Like, oop. Now, Golden Freddy, I've prefaced a lot of times, he is up there in this S tier. This is because he can crash the game. Like, literally break the fourth wall and crash the game of his reality around him. It may not be what's actually happening, but I'm going to include it in that, because, you know, this is how I see it. You know what I mean? And here we have another guy here. He is Endo Man. Now, this is interesting because he wasn't in the first tier list I made, but he will go into an interesting tier here. Let me just think of where is necessary. Well, I think he was in the first one. Hold on. No, I don't see him, so I'm going to put him in a C tier. He's strong, surely. Like, we even see him able to move, in a sense. Well, not just him, but like other, you know, like there were other heads that moved around, looked at the camera. When Bonnie's eyes go white, they all go white. So we don't know for sure if it's him alive or is it others that are alive. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm so... Oh, no, wait. He appears, he's alive, right? But he doesn't jump scare you. Is that different from others who do? I need to think about this. Hold on. What was my logic in the first game? If they don't jump scare you, they're good. But they're also still kind of whack. Wait, did I say whack or quack? Alright, well, you know what? We're gonna have... It's a different tier list. We're gonna do things differently this time, guys. We're gonna... Oh, wait. I forgot to... No... Okay, I know no one can see now because they haven't pressed the chat button, but I, for some reason, have it not on. Let me just fix that. Oh, where did it go? Chat, where did you go? There we go. Wait, no. There we go. Should be fine. Wait. There we go. There's a better spot. Okay, I know you all can't see and you can't even tell because no one's chatted yet, but that's fine. Anyways, you don't have... That's not paying attention. Okay, so yeah, I put him here because surely he's strong, and surely if he had the chance, he could probably, I don't know, bunch you up. If he got the chance, he just beat up Mike. Unless Mike threw the first punch, because, you know, he's kind of a beast. But unless he does anything like that, he's just going to go here. C tier, I think, is necessary, because he doesn't have armor, you know? Not the hard skin armor and extra, like, wiring, like the teeth of any of these guys. At least that's how I see it. Like, you know, if you don't have... You're just an skeleton, you don't have teeth, and you don't have armor unless you have these guys. Oh, another family render, dude. Whoever made this list is... What were they cooking? Don't let them cook. Anyways, here we have the Freddy Man. The toy Freddy Man. Now, I think I put him in C tier way back when because he was plastic, right? It's a sort of outdated model. You know what I mean? Because it takes all the way back in 87. It was like the endoskeleton, actually, it looks more advanced. Here it is. Look, here's what I mean. This one right here. It looks more advanced, right? But it's also like super outdated, you know, in a sense. That plus, you know, from what we could tell, it is plastic, like hard plastic. It is nowhere near the intricacies or the technological level that is the newer games where it's like hard metal or like stainless steel. Actually, they never like specify what those guys are made of, right? Well, I'm assuming they don't specify what the newer ones are made of, but the old ones, it's been like, you know, made very clear of what it is. Like that one's fabric, that one is plasticky, and that one is please excuse me. I am sleepy today. Where is the thing? Okay, never mind. I found a better image from when I tried it a year ago. Well, not even a year ago. It's just 10 to 9 months. Anyways, yeah, there's my choice here. Toy Freddy. He's above Endo, obviously, because Endo's like a skinny boy. He's good. He's big boned. He's got all that weight behind him. All right, I made enough jokes. Anyways, here we have the Toybon. Now he goes down here. This is because he's much slimmer. He's much like smaller build wise and physical wise compared to Toy Bonnie. Compared to wait a minute. What am I doing? Endo totally goes down here. As much as Toy Bonnie is outdated and such, he's nowhere near as scrawny as this guy. Like even with the hard plastic shell, that's still like a somewhat tough endoskeleton under there, so it's like his stat is better, but his defense is lower. You know what I mean? I think that's a good way to put it. I said just now. Let's see here. Toy Chica, everyone's favorite. I think I had her right behind. Whoops! No, you don't go there yet. I had her right behind Toy Freddy, and the reason for that is because, well, Toy Bonnie is, they're around this like the same slimness, I guess. Toy Chica has the advantage in, I don't know, she can just chuck her beak at you or something, and Toy Bonnie can just hop. He bunny hops. He literally bunny hops in that jump scare he does. I'm sure everybody remembers, but I don't know. I just have a feeling she's more aggressive than Toy Bonnie. You know what I mean? Because she takes off her beak, showing her teeth, and she has the white eyes. Unlike everyone else who, they just have their regular eyes, mostly. So that's an interesting. I'm so sleepy today. I don't know why. And here we have Mangle. They go behind. Why did I put him? Okay, well, as strong as they seem, as agile as they are, as what's the word I'm looking for? Unpredictable, right? Unpredictable as they are, because really they're just a bunch of like stuff and parts and legs and hands that makes them like super. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like when you can't predict, unpredictable. I think unpredictable and such. So that would make them like super like a problem to deal with. But because they can climb the walls and stuff. But at the end of the day, they are just a garbled mess of like animatronic parts and like super exposed to pretty much anything. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I have her or them right behind Toy Bonnie, because even then she's still like, they still have that hard plastic shell, but not even all over their body. You know what I mean? It's like one part of them is their head, a few of their feet, their hand. I think they have a hook too, or at least partially a hook. And then there's the other head, which doesn't even have. Now the puppet. I'm very sure I put him behind. Golden Freddy from FNAF 1, simply because while he can't crash the game, at least not well, I'm not sure. Does he crash the game in the jump scare mini games, or does he do it not at all? I'd probably have to look this up, but for now I'm not gonna count it, because it's not in the game. It's in the mini game, which isn't part of the game because it's not the game. So the reason why I have it here anyways is because he has like soul manipulation in a sense. He puts the bodies of the kids in the suits, and that gives them the life, which they make a point of showing, like, yeah, give gifts, give life, and that's a big deal that he does. You know what I mean? It's like, she does, my mistake, something that she's been known to be doing, and she's stuck around the longest out of all of them, really. Like, if you go think about it, she's been here since, 87? And then she was in, we don't see her, but she obviously lived through FNAF 1. There's FNAF 3 with not even the Phantom puppet, but that when before you go to that hallucination, we see her in the hallway, and she just looks like her normal self, normal puppety self. And then when we assume that she moved on along with the other 5, it turns out she didn't, because while the other 5 were clearly shown to have moved on, with they being in the little, the little title, or not title, the ending screen, where it shows all their masks without the lights. We never really get an indication of her moving on, so like it's just left up to mystery all the way up until Pizza Simulator. You know what I mean? Where we find out she's Lefty in that one, little, you know what I mean? It's like a screen that pops up, I think, before the game starts. You see those rare screens? Those rare screens. We see that she was hopping up in Lefty's his animatronic casing. So in a way, she has the most survivability out of all of them, at least until Henry lets her rest in that one really cool cutscene. So yeah, that's the puppet. She goes up there. Now we have the Boom Boys. Instant F tier. He is small. He doesn't jump scare you. All he does is take your batteries and be a little bit. And JJ, what did I put for her? I put her above Bloom Boy. Is it because does she jump scare you? I need to check this. I don't remember why I did that. Is it because she's sneaky? She sneaks under your desk and messes with you? Hold on. This is why I'm gonna be more prepared for this one. I'm actually gonna look up a bit of information about them just to be 100% sure I don't get misinformation. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, the only jump scare videos I'm seeing pop up are fan-made ones, so I'm gonna assume it's a no for that. Oh, okay, I remember why I gave my reasoning. It was because she has more hands, right? Balloon Boy here, he just has his balloon sign and his balloons. He can't really. I mean, how does he take the batteries from your flashlight? How does he do that? Does he just disable? I can't remember the. Let me do what I've been saying to do. Let me look up the wiki. Maybe Phone Guy refers to him in a way that elaborates. This is important, don't mind me. No, I don't want FNAF BBX somebody. Take me to the wiki. I remember when everyone was creeped out about him. Like, not even when the trailer just dropped and everyone was like, oh, look at him, he's a guy. But no, all he is just a little nuisance. He does disable your defenses. So, like, it's not made very clear on what he does, but he does disable your flashlight, which, they don't specify how or why he's able to do that. He just does. So, I guess he's just fine there. He's fine for being the lowest, because I'm very sure this Endo can punt him. For sure. Okay, hold on. Now let me go back. Give me back to my image. Please. Here it is. Okay, I remember. I had this man, Withered Freddy, right above, in front of regular Freddy. My reason for that is because, he does have the same sort of endoskeleton going on. It's a little worn, but he's still bigger, I think. He's like significantly larger than FNAF 1 Freddy. He's larger, he has more he has like the same amount of withered, like, or not withered, but like just the same amount of like fabric on his body. It's not too withered down like the other animatronics. It's kind of just put up really well. And he's not as, you know, he's not as small as the other toy animatronics. He's just bigger all around. And he can jump scare you, of course. Okay, so here we have Withered Bonnie, which I put right between Classic Bonnie and FNAF 1 Foxy. Which, I mean, makes sense. He's missing half his face. He lacks an arm. He barely has another arm, with his hand being partially robotic. And I don't know, I remember everyone's hand canon being, this guy can't see. Which, I mean, you know, for all we know, that's probably the case, because he barely has eyes. He has like little red dots. So who knows what that means for him. Well, let's see UCS games. Well, no, we don't. UCS. Ultimate Custom Night. So it's UCN. UCN. Do we see him in Ultimate Custom Night? I can't remember. I need to go back and see. Maybe he does something there that I can't think of. Anyways, here we have Withered Chica. I believe I put her right behind Withered Bonnie, because while she's big, right? She has a big mouth, big teeth. She has big beaks, the singular, and she has wires. Which, I mean, the wires probably can't do much. They can't like electrocute her or something. I guess not. But she is missing arms, or missing hands rather. And wasn't it like always assumed she can? No. She gets in the vent, so it's not like she's just permanently T-posing. So she finds a way in, and she's able to bend her arms. So I guess, you know, she could just tackle hug you and then squeeze you to death. Squeeze hug Mike to death. Okay, so here we have. Why did they use that model? Here we have Withered Foxy, who I put right in front of Bonnie. No, Bonnie in front of one of it. The reason for this is because, you know, he's faster, or he can leap for sure. He can. He's a little weak against flashlights, but it's not really part of this. He's not bad withered in a sense. He has a good sense of, you know, animatronics. He can even see past the Freddy head, which shows, you know, he's a good like level of smarts. And what else did I say about him? He has a bigger hook for sure, so that would put him. I think, above Bonnie for a reason. Now here we have an interesting case. We have Withered Golden Freddy, who I was before saying, while he can't crash your game, he can still do crazy stuff, like become a giant head in the hallway. So, like, unless any one of these can tackle a giant head, I say he goes right there. And that's not even a hallucination, that just happens. He can show up with a flashlight. And he does that in both the jump scare and, you know, how he attacks. Or how he's seen in the hallway. So it's like, you know, a very crazy situation. Alright, here we have a new guy. The Withered Endo from... Where's it? The Mimic. It's, not even Withered Endo, it's just an endoskeleton. Which I assume all these guys have. Like, both the toy and the Withered's, they have the same kind of endoskeleton. So, that being that, I'm gonna go with... He looks fierce, really. He comes out of the box, I assume comes out of the box right after the puppet, so it's clear they're just vibing in that box. And then he's even seen in the vent, but before he can get you, the puppet gets you. So I'm gonna assume that's how it works. And if they're super related to these guys, then I'd say he would go right between Mangle and Toy Bonnie. And my reasoning for that is because, you know, he doesn't have armor, the shell casing, but he still has that, you know, killer instinct. Like, he can jump scare you. Unlike these guys. They can't. But these all can. Well, this guy can't. But, wait, what? No. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm talking about guys who can go in your office and they jump scare you. These guys can. This one and this one can go in your office, but they can surely jump scare you if they wanted to. That's my reasoning. That's. I'm so, like, lost in my own logic. That's fine. That's the point of these, to just be a little funny. Just fun. This is funny, guys. Haha. Anyways, let's just go right to the duo, the best duo, the shadow duo. These guys, I said before, they would just appear because they're hallucinations. At least that's what everyone has headcanoned them to be. But they do crush a game, is what I've learned long since after. Either this guy or this guy, but let me just double check. I know Bonnie for sure, so I'm gonna go ahead and... He's small, so I'm just gonna... Because he uses Toy Bonnie's like base, I'm just gonna put him... At least physically, he's lower than Puppet. So let me just look up Shadow Freddy real quick. Shadow Freddy. Corner Freddy? Who calls him that? Oh, he's Michael Brooks. Friday the Freddy suits may encounter what seems to be a shadow or dark model of Golden Freddy, who is in fact Shadow Freddy. Appears in parts of surface, and nobody sits. He will shut the game off if the player observes him for too long, without a jump scare, much similar to Golden Freddy's role in the first game, or the Nightmares effect in the fourth. Ah, I see. Okay, I was lacking brain that day, boys. I just assumed, oh, okay, this is how I saw it, so that makes sense, right? Nope. He goes right in front of, I'm gonna assume he has the same base as, like, with Shadow Freddy. Unless, he's kind of just there, or, like, same base as Ultimate, or, what's his name? Withered Freddy. He's the same base as Withered Freddy in the sense that, he probably can do much in a fight physically, but I don't know, he can teleport and such, and so can these guys, so what does that mean for him? I'm gonna say he goes here. So while he may not have an endoskeleton inside him, he still has a really not badly kept suit in regards to this guy. Like, it's probably more there's more protecting him than him, I think. I think that's the best way to put it. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, let's go to... Here we have Springtrap. The Urple Man. It's him, it's William Afton, it's Dave Miller, it's freaking Shaggy. He goes on strong B. I've said before the reasoning. He's much stronger than these guys, I assume, because what was seen in the Spring Bonnie animatronic. It also improves your stats. Like, even if you're a person inside, your stuff is gonna be improved. You know what I mean? Makes you stronger, faster, I guess, tougher. Without that, the the metal filling and the suits around. You know what I mean? It's surely tougher. And it just leaves, more to be dealt with. Plus he's undead, so, not much would affect him. Not even fires. At least not until, you know what I mean? Well, we don't know for sure what happened to him between, FNAF, Simulator and FNAF 3. So, I'm gonna assume what becomes of him in FNAF Pizza Simulator isn't as a result of what happens there, because if you go back and look at that newspaper clipping, the one at the very end, it shows his model, and so that might, and that's okay. The model was shown there, and in the end of Sister Location, in that one cutscene, where everyone thought it was Mike Trap, it's the same model. So while that may not have been the intention, I'm gonna assume he became out of that fire unscathed. And whatever happened to him that turned him into Scrap Trap is something that happened much, much later. I would assume, What? 549 drop frames? What am I doing? I've been doing nothing. I've just been doing my thing. Hold on, maybe it's time to fix it. Oh. Nah, it's fine. Anyways. Oh, I really had my list in different things. Okay, well. Okay, where did I put Phantom Freddy? Okay, Phantom Freddy. He's an interesting case because from what we've seen, he's kind of missing a leg. But sometimes he doesn't. He does have a leg, so I lumped him in with between Bonnie and Withered Bonnie. So that's a good place for him. Okay, now for where is he? Okay, yeah, here. Phantom Chico. For some reason, I put her way down here. I guess I don't know why. When really she's just the same, if not more than more than regular Chica, because you know you got the same build. The only thing, she's just burnt and looks like a watermelon, but she is missing the cupcake, so that leaves her to be more. I'll put her in front of her. Why wouldn't I? She doesn't have a cupcake. She's only burnt. It's not like she's missing anything vital, I assume. Okay, here we have Phantom Foxy, which I guess I'm going to count Nightmares as real animatronics. I'm going to count these guys, even though Nightmares are a result of a gas hallucination, but we won't get into that right now. Let's see. He's not as strong as Withered Freddy, or Withered Foxy for sure, but I think it would be doing quite a bit of damage to somebody. I'm going to say over the bulkiness, he would go between Withered Chica and regular Foxy. And that is because, while he does have the base of him, he's missing his hook, which is still like a good cause or indication of something being, one of his signature moves being taken away from him. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, he would just be, just a regular guy. But he can still leap. He can still leap right at you. And Michael Afton. So, yeah, that's why he goes here. Let me just look over what else is here. Let me look over why I put another character where I put him. Okay, I don't know. But I guess she goes there. I put Phantom Puppet all the way up here. I can't remember why. I don't know what she did that really took my attention. Because, really, she's just the same. She's just burnt. Oh, okay, wait, never mind. She's burnt. She doesn't crash her game. She isn't directly shown to be having shadow powers, I guess. But, really, she's probably just the same character. So I'm just going to go ahead and lump her in with regular Puppet, because she can do soul stuff, and I guess she can do that as well. So they're kind of the same character, Okay, this one's easier. Phantom Mango, they go definitely here, because while they are the same, they are burnt, and I think that's the same. That's a family render. I don't know. They're burnt. Now for Phantom BB, I'm gonna go with right below there, and the reason for that is this is the important line. This is jump scares. This is no jump scares. So this one has a jump scare, and they can get you. So that, plus I can also see, Endo can also totally tackle him. Just give him a strong kick, and he goes flying. Okay. Yeah. So also they're prefacing, Mango's the same as her. They are the same character, but she is burnt, or they're burnt, so they get crossed out. Now, Nightmare Freddy. He goes somewhere super high. Super high that I can't find. Okay, I put him in A. That reasoning is pretty obvious. He has the freckles. Oh, okay, hold on. They're a different character here, but I'll go into that in a minute. He has strong teeth, strong endoskeleton, strong build. He's has a more muscular build this time around. He has claw fingers. He has sharper teeth, sharper endoskeleton teeth. He's got sharper edges around him. It looks like if you punched him, you would hurt yourself. So yeah, obviously he goes right up there. He goes right up there. He goes right there, right in front of the Golden Freddy. I think he could tackle him, for sure. I mean, he could probably do something and do some damage against his big Golden Freddy of his. Big Golden Freddy head of his. That's what I'm saying. At least that's how I see it. Nightmare Bonnie. I put him right behind Nightmare Freddy because while he is essentially the same character, build-wise, in a sense, he is still Bonnie. You know, he's not the smartest thinker, I guess. He is different in a sense that, you know, there's a muscle and then there's the leader. He's like what I think he's like what Raph is to Leo, what Bonnie is to Freddy. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, here we have Chica, who I would say is between a good linear line between them, because, you know, obviously she has like 3 rows of sharp teeth, she has claws, she has a red eye, I guess, and she has a nightmare cupcake, which for some reason isn't shown here. So I'm gonna guess they're gonna have that part of her, so I'm gonna lump that with her. She can have the cupcake she can throw at you, or chuck it at you, or the cupcake goes on his own. Who knows? What do you do, Mr. Cupcake? Mr. Nightmare Cupcake? What do you do? Okay, so here we have Phantom Nightmare Foxy, who I put between Bonnie and Chica. Now it goes no saying he has a sharp tongue, which is shown like 20% of the time. He has super big sharp teeth. He has that super big hook, and he is surely a lot faster. Although he can't escape a closet, so take that with you, bro. The Freddles, okay, they can probably do a lot of damage. They can probably do like more damage than you think they do. It's probably like, okay, if it was like, I swear I heard something. There's like 3 of them, but I'm gonna guess they're gonna lump it into one. So I'm gonna lump this into. Okay, hold on. They have all these people here. I'm gonna have all the 3 Freddles here, so they would probably do. I think they would jump scare you if they have a chance. So they don't have to merge into one and become Freddy. So I would have to put them at they are small. I'll get out. They're just smaller than Phantom BB, so they'll go here. Don't get me wrong; those teeth look ferocious, but I don't think it's enough. Know what I mean? All right, here we have Nightmare Fredbear, the big boy, the big guy, the big man. He definitely goes to the top tier A. You know, no reason being, you know, obviously he's a big man, big guy. He can chomp you to days with that. All those teeth. He fills up the whole hallway if you look at him in the not even the 90s creatures. Fills up the whole hallway, not even if you look at him in the game. He's just huge. He's just built different. And that's why he goes right there. Now, let's see. Who do I have here? Okay, there's Plushtrap. He goes right between Endoskeleton and Phantom BB. Because he's small. He pretty small. But he does jump scare you. And he has those really sharp teeth. So, who knows what that means for him. But he's pretty, like, you know, ferocious. Plus, you can get your finger caught in him. I think I've said this before, but he also gives me, like, he gives me Chucky vibes. Because, you know, the big killer man trapped in the little guy's body is what, at least that's what I used to look at him as. Because, you know, what is Plushtrap? I remember thinking that way back. Like, what is Plushtrap? Why would they make a plushie of Springtrap? This was back when, you know, it came out and we didn't even know what day it was. Like, we didn't even know the date of the game. But I'm pretty sure I thought something like, oh, the Springtrap made like a little version of himself. Or he moved his consciousness somehow into a smaller guy. Which is Plushtrap. Because, you know, if you remember that, you're a real one. Not saying you aren't a real one now, but everyone was theorizing back in the day all the time about that. Anyways, hold on. We'll go into her right now, but let's go into these guys. Jago Bonnie, he goes right behind Jago Chica, or regular, goes behind regular Bonnie, regular Nightmare Buddy, because he doesn't have eyes, I guess, and his glowingness gives him away, sort of. And the same goes for Nightmare Chico. Chico's down here because she doesn't have eyes, but her cookie gets turned into a pumpkin, so that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Okay, now we have Phantom Mangle. She is more interesting because we don't really know where they go, but they do have a lot of teeth, a lot of sharpness, and if I were to think about this, I would say they would go, she can do just as much as Foxy, but... Or they can do just as much as Foxy, but... I'm gonna go with... I don't see him being able to take down a giant head. They go right there. Okay, here are the big ones. Here are the big honchos. Both of these monsters can crash your game. Hold on, let me get this little guy out of here. Hold on. Where did I have him? I had him right at... Okay. I had him right at... Okay, so the difference is I have more characters here than I mean to. But I think I would put him right about... Here. Because while he does have all his teeth and those claws, he's still very short. He's like as short as regular Balloon Boy. And he is canon at least, though. So that's cool. He's like canon in a sense that he is a canon gas hallucination that was made by William Afton in order to torture Gregory. Or whatever his name. Rory. I was trying to think Gregory and then Rory. So who knows what. Yeah, I need to fill this line up. I feel like it's getting a little uneven. Anyways, these two monsters, they obviously go way, way up there. Probably way more up than anybody else. He's huge, and he can cause unrelenting destruction by crashing your game with a unique sound, and she can do the same. So, but she's obviously slimmer and not as foreboding as him, so she goes right behind him, which I think that's fair. That's a fair tier. Now, Circus Baby obviously goes way up in the B. She's a lot bigger. She's like 7 feet tall, and she has a lot of mass on her. You know what I mean? She has like a big endoskeleton inside, like which is mostly just wires, really. So if you like punch her, it'll hurt you. And then she has a big claw in her stomach. She has, I don't know what she could do with balloons. Maybe suffocate you with air or something. Or she could literally just step on you, and with all that weight in her, you would die. You would get destroyed. You would get atomized. She's just that big. She's just that tall. Anyways, for the Phantom Freddy, or not even Funtime Freddy, I put him. Where did I put him? Okay, I see. I put him between. Yeah, I see. Okay, I put him between Springtrap and Freddy. So he goes right here, I think. Obviously, because he has more advanced endoskeleton, more advanced parts all around, and he has Bonnie. Bon. Which, it is. Yeah, no, right. Okay, so not Bon, but does have more, well, no Bon leaves him handless, I guess. He still has a lot going on. He could probably give you a mic toss. Anyways, we have Funtime Foxy, who I put between, between FNAF 1 Freddy and FNAF 2, Withered Foxy, which I think that's a good outlier, because, they have much more, high-tech, endoskeleton and shellings, or shell, which makes sense, because, apparently you spent a small fortune on these ones, I think. Well, at least it's what William Afton softed too. Put together in his devious mind. Ballora, what did I put? Ballora. I put Ballora in the low C tier, huh? I guess it's because she's more slimmer than these guys. And she's really she's blind, I guess. But her hearing is super, super good, so. And she does that little spider crawl, which, you see in every SFM FNAF animation, which is really cool. but we never see her do it in game, which is sad, unfortunately. But she has those really sharp teeth, and she has other features, but those don't really matter here. Anyways, now for the bunnies, the bonbons, they obviously go down here. No, never. They don't. They totally go here. Okay, they're smaller than these than Balloon Boy, so they're gonna go right here. But they are bigger than. She is bigger than him, so he goes here. And Bonnet. Bonnet can't jump scare you, I don't think. But let me just double check. Because all she does is just run around your screen going ha ha ha. Bonnet is a hand puppet like animatronic. She does jump scare you, I think. I don't know. There's a video by IULTMIX. Let me just double check. Oh, she totally does. Okay, that makes sense. If you don't click on her nose, by the time she makes it across the screen, she goes ham on you. I don't know. They're kind of the same. We're just gonna go ahead and I don't know. She's more straight to the point than Bonbon, who she just runs around like just troll you. So I'm gonna go with her first. I'm gonna go with him first rather than her. Okay. Look at them. So bad. So bad. What did I put for them? I put them in low D. Low D. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They're like smaller than Bonbon, I think. Okay, yeah, they're smaller than Bonbon, but I think they're bigger than these guys. And they do jump scare you, of course, so they go there. And the Electrobab, they don't jump scare you, but I assume their shockingness would give you quite a bit of hectic and moral pain. So I'm going to put them right here. Okay, the Mini Marinas, they also jump scare you, but they're very small. They're not that small. They're like the size of those little mannequin things, you know, that have like in arts and crafts and such. But they would go somewhere between, I would guess between Electrobab and Baby Bab. And that's because Electra has the electricity on their side, so that's a good place to put it. And Nerd. And Nerd. Wait, hold on. Let me get this guy out here. Yelendo. Yendo. I remember this guy being so cool when we first saw him, but we literally know nothing about him. I put him I put him between Funtime Freddy and Withered Fox. Or Withered Freddy. That's because at the end of the day, Yendo is just a high-tech endoskeleton meant to look like Freddy. But he's missing the shell, so he goes right here. Now, here we have Ennard, which presumably has all the endoskeletons, has all the parts and such from all of the fun times. So I think he would go right in front of Baby. While Baby has that height and weight advantage, he has like strength and power and such. Plus being part, well, we never really see, I guess. We don't really know for sure if Baby's endoskeleton is in there, but we assume a part of her is because, you know. Where would Baby be after they are ejected from Michael at the end of the cutscene? You know what I mean? Where would they be then? They wouldn't be nowhere. Baby is with Ennard, so I'm gonna go with Ennard. What's the time now? Well, already 55. Alright, well, this is cool, that's good. Now let's go on to these guys, which I had them in a very specific way. Wow. Okay, so I had him in front of Withered Freddy. Rockstar Freddy. This is because of his newer design, his newer like plating, I guess. It doesn't look super hard plastic, but it looks like a harder like shell. Plus, you know, whatever endoskeleton is in there is surely more advanced than what Freddy has. And for Bonnie, the same thing. Bunny would be right behind him there. And let's see, Chica. She has those maracas, but I don't think they would do much unless he just whacks you in the head with them. That plus her beak is sleeker, so she could probably just munch on your face. And then Pirate Man Foxy. I put him above here because he's probably slimmer. He can probably just run much faster now. That plus, you know, he has a little bird. Birdie bird. Oh, and he has an accordion, I think. Right? He has a little thing that goes... That's probably the worst noise I've ever made. It's those little... It's that instrument. That one instrument that you can push together, and then it makes a noise like a... It's like a bagpipe. I don't know why my mind is going to a bagpipe, but I can't think of what... The thing I'm thinking about is... What is that instrument? What is that instrument? Where you push it together. The accordion. I was right. It's that's what it's like being right, you know. So he has an accordion and it does stuff. Oh, okay. There's Lefty. My bad. I never noticed how many Ultimate Custom Night really had. Wow, that's a lot of guys. Anyways, the Paper Pals, they all go, not even Paper Pals, just the gang. They go down here. Because as cool as bigger as a few of them are to these guys, they're just a bunch of stuff pulled together. But weaker. Ned Bear. Is that Ned Bear? What do I have in Ned Bear? Where did I put him? Okay, I see. I put him between Chica and Bonnie. It's because as cool as Ned Bear is, he can't really do much on his own. Pig Patch. I put Pig Patch right before. Pig Patch right there, and then Happy Frog. I put her after Pig Patch right here. Then Orville the elephant. I put him right behind. Right behind Happy Frog. And then who else here? I put okay. Mr. Hippo. While he has good stories, he doesn't really do much. So I put him, where did I put him? I put him in front of Big Patch. Well, yeah, that makes sense, really. He's bigger than him, surely. Okay, Funtime Chica, where did I put her? Okay, yeah, I put her in front of FNAF 2 Foxy because, you know, she's obviously in the same level of technology as Funtime Foxy, so makes sense she would be in front of Wither Foxy. Okay. Music Man! Well, it doesn't jump scare you. But I imagine he would be a hassle to deal with. Okay, this is a regular size Music Man, so he's going to be pretty effective, I guess. But if he were to jump scare you in this situation, I would say he would go... He's pretty big, too, in the game, I remember. I would say around here, because while he's big, he's still kind of skinny. And I feel like one well-placed push could knock him over. But finally, we have more people in the C tier, because I feel like D and F are getting way too many. Get out of there. Okay, let's see. El Chip. Where does El Chip go? El Chip goes in front of Ned Bear and Bonnie. And I can see him going far. Look at that sombrero. Alright, Lefty. Lefty! Look at him, the little guy. Where does he go? Where would you go, Lefty? Okay, I put him in... Because he's so tiny, he goes right here. In front of the Paper Palace. Or not Paper Towels. There aren't even Paper Palace on this list. Why do I get confused? There he goes, a Candy Cadet. Where does he go? I'll put him below. Because he's not that big. I'll show you. I'll explain later, but he's not that big compared to another character. I'll elaborate on that in a minute. But for now, he's going to go right here because he's not that much compared to Nightmare BB. Okay, security puppet. That was not a character last time. Where would they go? I would assume, since it's puppet, not puppet, Charlie, they would go. I need a better look at her. Give me a second. FNAF security puppet. No, not security breach. Security puppet. Okay, she's in a box. It seems most of her is in that box. She has a jester hat. Her hands are held up by strings, so it looks like she's really just a regular puppet, but for now I'm gonna assume if she's really just not mostly cloth, she would go... I would say... if she's as big as she seems, I'm gonna go with here, because Puppet already was huge back then. And now she's here. So who knows what that means for her. I would guess the same, really. Alrighty, now for Scrap Baby. She definitely goes up there. She's definitely up there. I'm gonna go ahead and put her in. She's more dangerous than Ennard. Like, actually, she has the rollerblades, and she has a blade arm. Her big claw is on her arm. She has wires in her hair. She has another claw. She has her weight advantage. I think she goes up there, really. I think she's up there, actually. Okay, now for other character, or this other guy. Okay, Molten Freddy. Or Scrap Freddy. Yeah, it's Molten Freddy. Why wouldn't it Scrap Freddy? Okay, he's a bunch of wires, but he can still like do a lot of damage to you if you wanted to. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in. Because we need more people in C tier, I think he fits. Okay, he's a bunch of wires, but that's more effective, I think, than a bunch of cloth. You know, a cloth and I would assume animatronic devices are within the puppet, especially now, even though her stuff is held up by strings, I guess. I still feel like Molten Freddy is more dangerous in other ways, you know. So, anyways, here we have Scrap Trap. He will go, he is more than him, so. Okay, while he is weaker in this game than the other game, I'm going to go ahead and give him the benefit of a doubt. He's able to keep up with other animatronics on his own, like the others, but I'm going to go with here because he's a little less tethered now, or he's more tethered now. He doesn't have as much beefing as he did in the other game. He's missing an arm. He just has a bone sticking out. And he doesn't have metal shoes anymore. He just has, like, cloth, I guess. So, I don't know. Maybe he can bite you with those buck teeth of his, and it'd really hurt. It'd probably really hurt. Who knows? Alright, now for Lefty. Where would she go? Where did I put her last? I put her right behind Rockstar Freddy. And that's because, really, she's just the same as him. I mean, maybe she could do this whole manipulation stuff, but we never really know. Because, you know, the puppet is in there. And she's kind of more than just a rescan of the puppet. She's just her own animatronic. With her inside. But who knows? Who knows? Dee Dee! What does Dee Dee do? What do Dee Dee be doing? She be doing nothing. I don't think she jump scares you. So for that reason, she goes down here. Now let's see. I'll get into that one character in a moment. Let me just look at Shadow. Shadow JJ, I think? Or is it Shadow BB? Let me just double check. Okay, nope. Shadow Baby is an urban legend. I remember this actually. There was a rumor going around. Well, back when FNAF came out, FNAF 2 came out on mobile. There was a rumor that if you very rarely inside the game, if you wait long enough, or it's a random chance, you would get Shadow Baby popping up in the game. And I honestly believed it. I believed it forever. But I was too scared to play it on my phone, so I just kind of let it be. Oh, and it's XOR. Of course, I should have known. XOR. XOR. Okay, Shadow Needy. Right. Let's see, do they jump scare you? Oh, how unfortunate. I remember that actually. Nope, they don't jump scare you. How about that? Okay. They don't have eyes, so I'm just gonna put them behind there. Even though they are cooler than her. Okay, Fredbear. He definitely goes up there. I put him before. He goes right up in FNAF 1 Freddy. Right there. Unless, hold on. Does he crash your game? Let me see. This is very important. FNAF Fredbear jump scare. Official Fredbear jump scare. Oh, I think I know why my throat hurts. I mean, I don't know why my throat hurts, but it just does. Nope, you get a game over. Okay, that's fine. So, he can't do what regular Golden Freddy can do, but he can still do so much more. He can't do it on command, but he can do else. Okay, Glitch Trap. Glitch Trap can go in here. I will say, because he really is just a guy in a suit, but he can still do the fourth wall breaking. Like, literally, he can break the fourth wall of the game when he's in the universe of his game. You know what I mean? In universe, there's a game, he broke out of that game, and now he's, affecting people, especially this guy. Okay, these two are new. The sister plushies are kind of in the low tier, but they still jump scare you, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in. They are less dangerous than the nightmare ones, so I'm going to go with plush baby there, and then plush scrap baby there. Okay, this guy is interesting. Fred. I'm going to put him in the stronger tiers. He goes rightfully up here because he is kind of a reskin of him, but he is a little bit more. Plus, I mean, he can show up in that huge, background drop as a giant animatronic, but, that's not really counting it. You know what I mean? That doesn't count. Okay. Jacko Foxy. Where did I put him before? I guess he wasn't there. Jacko Foxy. He goes right. Put him behind. I'll be fair. He's only missing an eye, so he goes right here. Okay. Glamrock Freddy. Where did I put him? I put him in. Put him in front of Springtrap, rightfully, because he's a lot more advanced. He can do a lot more things. Well, he doesn't show it exactly because, he's kind of nerfed in the game. He doesn't have as much power as his friends. And he's kind of, pushed around for the sake of, story. He can still do pretty good, I think. Damage-wise. He jump scares. Okay. Glamrock Chica. I put her in here because she's more advanced than these other ones. She can take a lot of damage. She took a garbage smasher. She's gone through 2 ruined states. And I'll get into those in a minute. Okay, where did I put Glamrock? Okay, I put him above Freddy because he is pretty much the same build-wise. He has his claws and his teeth. And he can't be hurt by the stun stuff, which is, the camera and the Phaser Blast. So that makes sense. Roxanne, where does she go? Roxanne, where does she go? I put her between Funtime Freddy and Springtrap, which I think that's fair. She has her claws, she has good agility, she can see through the walls, she has good hearing and sense of smell. And she's good at racing, which, you know, you laugh now, but what if one day she pulls up in her race car and mows you down? Okay, Sundrop. Sundrop is an interesting character because I didn't do anything with him last time. It's mostly because, you know, apparently they're like super tall. Or at least someone did an official size chart, I guess. And they're really tall, like actually tall. But since they're slim, they kind of go down on the list for me. But with their intricate, surely endoskeleton, I'm gonna assume they go high on this list. So just for now, I'm gonna put them in. Who would I see him? He was able to take out Glamrock Freddy for some reason, but I'm gonna assume that was because, you know, he was distracted or something. Because Glamrock Freddy didn't even put up a fight. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna put him right behind Freddy. Now, this doesn't mean he's less than these guys. He just means he has his own, you know, stuff going on. But he can fly too. I just remembered he can fly. But he is still weaker on the weaker side because of his thinness. But he is tall, plus his endoskeleton is surely tough and more advanced. And that's why Moonjob also goes the same way. But he's going to be over here because he's more aggressive than him. So they're kind of the same character in a way, but they're also different personality-wise. Okay, the endoskeleton. FNAF Security Breach. Where did I put him? Surely there's a character here. Nope, I guess I didn't. Well, I'm sure he goes a long way for him being part of an advanced, like, the most advanced endoskeleton, but he's done without a shell. They're kind of just there. So I'm gonna go with here in the C tier. Okay, music band. Let me go through these guys first, then I'll go into him because he's complicated. Okay, this guy, he can jump scare you, but he's very small. I think he's smaller than the plush babies. No. Yes, no. Well, they're around the same. I'll give him the doubt. Benefit of the doubt. He goes there. Okay, security bots. They can jump scare you, but they can't do much against you. Except these can't. Yeah, they can. If you fall in the pit, they get you. But for now, these ones, I'm going to put them... I'm going to go with right here. They're advanced, but they can surely hurt you, but they can't jump scare you. But them being more advanced with the flashlights and the rolling... Actually... Here's a good spot. Now for this one, I'm going to go with the same thing, but I'm going to loosen them down a bit. Here we go. There we go. Those are good. Those are good places. Okay, Shattered Glamrock Chica. She would go here. No. Yes, no. Because while they are destroyed, they're mostly less endoskeletons, so they go right here. Okay. Oh, same for Glamrock. Shattered Glamrock Monty. Because he's still very capable, surely. He's able to, you know, catch up with the player. He's able to stop doors. Even while being a torso and arms. And Roxy's the same. She can do pretty much everything she can do. She just can't see. Okay, Vanny, I put her right here. For a good reason. She has a lot of stuff at her disposal. Why don't you move? There we go. And other reasons which you could probably just... You can go check out the video for me to explain. DJ Music Man, obviously big one. He goes there. I gave my reason for why this one is super tough. He can control any animatronic. So he's definitely up there. For sure. Who is this? Is this a blob? Is this a blob? I can't tell. If that's the case, then he goes right here. Because obviously he's huge. They are huge. They can tunnel. They can cause earthquakes. They can tunnel through the ground of the Pizzaplex. They're big. Very, very big. Okay, these guys are interesting because they're new technically. Okay, but they are in a worse condition. So, where would they be? They're still very tough, though. Very, very tough. I'm going to put them Where would they go? Okay, hold on. Let me put this one first. Candy Cadet. He is small, but he's more damaged than regular Candy Cadet because they're gonna go there. Okay, ruined Glamrock Chica. Surely the first time people are talking about her. They would go. I would say less than the FNAF 2 Endoskeleton. I believe. Because while they are still shattered, they can still do pretty much anything they did before. They're just in a lot worse wear now. Same with Monty. But he does actually die in the game. He like gets taken out by water, which is very unfortunate. And even more unfortunate for Roxanne. Because she gets taken out by, hopefully, maybe not, but who knows what's going to happen with her. Hopefully good things. Good things, yeah. Okay, so now we have Eclipse, which really, he's probably just the same. He didn't get that much damage. He can fly too. He's pretty much the same character except whole. So I'm gonna put him right there because he's only lightly damaged. You know. Okay, Shattered Glamrock Freddy, or the prototype, whatever you prefer. He would go. He's more damaged, but he does the same amount of damage as anybody else. The only difference is he uses a big mouth to chomp you. So that actually makes him more dangerous, I think. But he's less, because in his worse for worse state. So I'm gonna go with here. Yeah, this is a good spot. Okay, Glamrock Bunny. We don't know for sure what took him out. We don't know if what took him out was damaging to himself or his servos or internal damaging. So for that reason, I'm just gonna go ahead and put him in the very basic set of probably just a bit stronger than a regular Endo. That's my assumption. Because I'm not going to count for the state he's in here. I'm just counting for what he was like beforehand. Okay, now for mixes. They are super cool. But they can't affect the physical world too much. They can only do so much in the digital world. You know what I mean? They can move a few things and also get you out of the Vanny network. But for this case, they're kind of just super digital. So I'm going to go with... They can't jump scare you either, but it's like different, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go with... Wait, wouldn't it be technically breaking the fourth one? No. It's not a game that they're in. They're in the... they're a security system, right? They're meant to keep the Mimic encased. So... And they can't affect the real world, though. No matter what they do, they can't affect you. They can only call it their animatronics, so who knows? I'm going to give them a high. And I made this with love. High F. They go on the high F because while they can do so much, they can't, unfortunately, affect the real world as much as we would love them to. For sure. Now, here is the one. Here is the big guy. Well, the big recent man. This is the Mimic. Out of all the games, we've never seen what these animatronics can do. Literally, in a sense of what they are power-wise. This guy shows his power. For sure. In the first scene he's shown in, he's able to fight Roxy. Well, shatter Roxy to a good extent. And probably, hopefully, didn't pull her head off. But she's able to mimic other people's voices very, very well. He was able to trick Cassie into coming all the way down into Pizzaplex. He was able to affect like a pretty good level. Like, okay, with Roxy, she was struggling under a whole thing, like a whole what's it called? Forklift. She was struggling under a forklift. This guy literally moved it with his hand. With just one hand, he moved it and was on the chase for Cassie. And then when the elevator hits, he doesn't get affected at all. The only reason he loses, in a sense, is because he makes his arm pop off, because his arm was literally bending the door. And then, when he looks at Cassie in the door, he bends a part of the cage inside the elevator with his other hand. So, like, there's just no telling what this thing is capable of. Well, I mean, sure, there's surely a lot of information in the books, you know, detailing on what he has done to people in them. I haven't read any of the books, except, you know, obviously, except the Silver Eyes way back then, but I really need to catch up. Anyways, for the Mimic, I would really say he would go... Listen, all these animatronics are strong. All of them are good in their own ways. But in terms of strength, in terms of power, I feel like he is a strong upper B. Like, I think he would take all these pretty much in a fight. He would be able to do really good damage against them. He would be able to do significant damage. But he loses to these, other than because, you know, he is still real in a sense. You know, his stuff makes sense. His stuff is practical. These are all nightmares in a realistic scenario, so they get theirs. So that's what I mean by that. Like, they're real, but they're also like nightmares / hallucinations / this being, you know, just a thing to pad out and say, okay, yeah, what if they were real? So yeah, in a sense of the most real physical animatronic, or one of the most realist animatronic, one of the most powerful realist animatronics, definitely goes to Mimic. Like, he was able to do so much in the little time we saw him, and will surely do a lot more in whatever else is gonna come of this franchise, of Security Breach, of Ruin. He really ruined our lives, haha. Anyways, wow, I guess that's pretty much it. This is my tier list of characters. I wanted to do this sooner, really, but I've just been so, you know, busy with other stuff. But for now, I want to say thank you all for watching. This was me ranting on about characters that don't exist, but exist in our hearts, and we love them so much for that. Anyways, I would suppose that this is probably it. I really wanted to make this one, especially since Ruin came out and showed us a lot more with these guys. It showed us at least what the Mimic can do, for sure, in moving that forklift, which, hold on. I want to do a quick little estimate. How heavy is a forklift? No, not a Formula 1 car. Okay, well, no, I don't want to know how much a forklift can... How heavy? Okay, 9,000 pounds. Okay, hold on. Forklifts are heavy-duty equipment that can weigh anywhere between 3,000 and 20,000 pounds. Okay, let me just go back and see what kind of forklift that thing was moving. Let's see here. Videos. I should have it right here. Nope. Video should be right about here. Nope. Where is it? I have it somewhere. Come on, where's the video? Here it is. Okay, yeah, unfortunately he was able to lose against the Scooper, but that was a non-canon ending, plus we never see him actually die. Okay, yeah, that's a heavy forklift. I would say 9,000 pounds is a good estimate. So, really, if you're going to think about this, he's able to move both 9,000 pounds in both of his hands. That's like super strong. That's like 18,000 pounds, roughly. Well, 18,000, and if we're going to go by the heaviest assumption, forklift can be, that would be 20,000 pounds. So he is definitely up there in strength compared to most of these guys, for sure. Anyways, guess that's been all for this time. Thank you all for watching. My name is ANDAY. This has been my updated tier list of FNAF characters plus Ruin, and unfortunately some characters were removed for this list, and also some were, you know, made by using fan-made renders, which is very unfortunate. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just take ones from the game. It's all good. Anyways, my name is ANDAY. This has been my FNAF tier list mimic sweep. Anyways, I said anyways like 3 times, bro. Thank you all for watching. My name is ANDAY, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.